pages. If you want to talk to me about company pages, reach out. I'm a huge advocate for people having company pages, and we have some podcast episodes on that. Let me just check what number that is. 1 second. Wow, that was in August 2019, episode 94, Why You Need a Company Page on LinkedIn. I think it's time to create a new episode on that, actually. So another note. I'm taking lots of notes today on all things I want to deliver for you. So the company page and asking Amy about repurposing for stories. All right. So when you've put your stories on LinkedIn, you can, I'll talk to you about how to decorate them, but you can see who has looked at your stories. This is really fascinating by clicking on the analytics at the bottom of the screen. So it'll say the number of followers or viewers that you have. Remember, only people who are your first level connections or people who follow you will see your stories. It pulls up the viewers' names below. And then if they are a first level of connection with yours, there's a little arrow to the right-hand side, and you can then message that person. So if they interacted with your story, so you can send the little hearts and all that kind of stuff and little applauses. You can send emotional reactions, emoji reactions to a LinkedIn story. But you can also go down to the viewers and you can send them a message directly. When someone replies to your LinkedIn story, it appears as a message in your inbox. So that, as I said earlier, that's a great way for starting conversations with your network. 80% of your people will watch your stories without any sound. So either if you're speaking to camera, put a little sticker on that says sound on to encourage people to put the sound on, or think about getting captions put on your stories, okay? And you need to go and find a third-party app that's going to help you to write the captions for your stories. People can send stories directly through the messaging through to somebody else. So, for example, if I am watching stories and my good friend Erin has done a LinkedIn story and I think that's really interesting, I think Amy or Shelley would like that, I can click the little arrow at the bottom and send that story to the person in my network. So that's interesting. That's a good opportunity for getting more views on your content. Why not say, if you like this, please share it to somebody else? That would be a good one for the podcast, wouldn't it? While we're talking about that, if you're enjoying the podcast, I would love for you to let one other person know about it. That would be really awesome. Okay, how do you decorate your stories? You've created your image, or you've spoken into the camera, or you've uploaded an image. You can now add in stickers or text. So the stickers icon up at the top, and it's like a circle. Click on that to add a sticker. The stickers are interesting. Now, let's talk about the stickers for a moment, because they are not your Instagram story stickers. So let me just pull them up as I am talking to you. Okay, so stickers are things like community and events. This is the category. Cheers, pride, there's a bicycle, there's fancy a cuppa. I know the man who made that one. Support small business, here to volunteer. I'll review your LinkedIn profile. Well, I will review your LinkedIn profile, but that is a service that I offer. So if you like that offer, get in touch and we'll arrange that, no bother. The next category is current status. So it's things like day one, first video, working from home. There's a coffee, there's a podcast. It's good that there's a podcast mic, actually. Maybe they don't mean it's for podcasters, but I think there's a lot of podcasters using LinkedIn. Break time, at work, on the clock, blah, 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 new job, productivity hack, note to self. Then there's quite a few around the Black Lives Matter program. So they've got Black Excellence, Inclusion and Belonging. They've got really nice ones that are different skin tone high fives. I think that looks very nice. There's giving back, there's mindfulness, asking for help, done deal, So there's no other categories, I don't think, there. They are adding ones in. So even since yesterday, they've added another one that says, per my last email. We have got pandemic-related ones, new normal, donator support. Yeah, just loads and loads of different bits and pieces. I have to say, some are better designed than others. Generally, I like them. I like adding stickers to things. It's, I don't know what kind of personality that makes me. Who knows? Also, then you can add in text overlays, and You write your text and you've got 6 colours. I think there's being professional and there's being not very exciting. So there's like a orangey mustard. Well, there's an orange and then there's a mustard. Then there's like a sage green. There's the LinkedIn blue. There's like a mauve purple. And then the last one is like a foresty green. Not entirely sure what colour I'd say that is. So you add your text and you can change your colours. You can center your text. You can have left aligned, right aligned. You can make the text larger or smaller. Play around with it and see what you think. Ask questions. Ask questions of your audience as well. There's also a question of the day sticker, which is really interesting. So we go back to stickers. Today's question of the day is, what do your family think you do for work? So LinkedIn are making up these stickers themselves. I don't know what time zone they're being released on, because they're not in the UK time zone because they're crossing days for me. I'm puzzled by this feature because I've used it and I thought I would write under the sticker question of the day that I would answer the question, but you have to put the sticker on and then type in your answer. So I guess that's what people are saying. It's a little bit clunky about it, but it's encouraging people to think outside the box for their stories. So, I'm all for that. I'm all for let's encourage people to ask questions. Okay, you have a volume icon if you have an audio, so you can mute it if you want. You can also mention anybody in your stories as well. I think that's nice. If there's someone appropriate so like if I do a LinkedIn story about repurposing your content and I at Amy Woods from Content 10X to see what her thoughts are on that. At the moment, I don't believe you can tag company. I think you can only tag people. So that'd be interesting if they advance that. So I'd love to hear from you if you're using LinkedIn stories. I don't have overall stats on it yet. In fact, doing the research for this podcast episode, it was quite challenging to find statistics around the number of people using LinkedIn stories. I suppose because it's relatively new. It's only been in the UK a couple of weeks. But people love interacting with stories and videos. And I think we need to warm people up on LinkedIn to using it. So try out LinkedIn stories. See if you've got it. Try it out. If you find it, tag me if you've been listening to this episode so I can see what you think of it. If you tag me, I'm happy to give you feedback on your stories and see if I have any suggestions for other things to try. Shout out someone in your network. Recommend a business book. Recommend a podcast. Recommend this podcast. Start connecting with your community and having conversations. And that's really what it's about. And it's a way to have a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously. People are already giving out about what's lacking or what's missing. And for flip's sake, just roll with the punches and enjoy it. I like it. It's a new feature, another new feature for 2020. It's amazing the number of features. I'm enjoying using LinkedIn stories. So come and follow me and connect with me. We'll enjoy LinkedIn stories together. That's my suggestion today. All right. I hope this has been helpful for you. I am going to do a video for my revamped YouTube channel all about this as well, if you want to go and check that out. And remember, if you want help to really dive into LinkedIn and finish out 2020 with a good, strong presence on LinkedIn, reach out to me, get in touch, and let's figure out how I can help you with that. Oh yes, this week on LinkedIn Live on Friday, I'm going to be talking about branding with Jessica Shade Morrison, who has such an eye for colour. We're not going to talk just about colour, but she's a good friend of mine, and we're going live on LinkedIn this Friday to talk all about branding. So I'd love for you to join us, and we'll catch you on the podcast next week. As always, I'd love you to leave me a review or recommendation for the podcast, and let me know what more you want to hear about, because I want to do more of these solo episodes, but I want them to be really useful for you, and I want you to get good value out of them. So let me know what you would like to hear more of. If you're in real time listening to this as well, I'm appearing at Vid Summit virtually this Saturday, talking about how to use video on LinkedIn. I am so excited. It's my first solo gig on a big global conference. I have spoken at Women in Finance in Dublin and Momentum and to the Financial Services Conferences in England, as well as Biz Chicks Live, which was amazing last November. But this is my first solo gig on a global stage and I'm really excited about it. So if you are somebody who's into video and YouTubing, go and check it out, vidsummit.com. And I'm going to have, my talk's going to be on Saturday. If you catch it, then let me know. All right. Have a great week and I'll talk to you next week.